Hello, we just got some new goldfish, so I thought I'd include on this video me feeding them. I'm gonna take a pinch of food. There they are swimming around. Let's see if some of them come to the surface. Oh, there's one. All right. So some of you know I've been trying to learn how to surf because I think it'll help me keep my weight lower and keep my diabetes in check, try to get fit. And I thought it'd be more fun to do that by surfing than by running. So I had an interesting experience. I had a neck rash from my wetsuit. There was a zipper that kind of rubbed against my neck. So I was out at Huntington Beach, about 100 yards off of shore in the lineup. And you may not know this about surfing, but sometimes big enough waves only come every 5 minutes. So you can be sitting out on your board 100 yards from the beach, just sitting on your board, balancing on it, and nothing's happening. So you're looking towards the horizon to see if a big wave is coming towards you. So I was out there a couple days ago, and I was out for about 3 minutes and there hadn't been any waves, and I kind of got distracted and nothing was happening, so I just kind of reached behind to see how the rash felt, and I was just kind of like touching it, and I got kind of focused on it, and then I realized that there was like a little patch that I should have put over the zipper that would have come between my skin and the zipper and would have made it so I didn't have a rash. So I got kind of like absorbed in this whole thing, and I kept on touching it. And then out of the middle of nowhere, this giant wave, the biggest one I saw all day, just smashed me in the face. And if I'd been pointed towards the horizon, I would have saw it come out of the corner of my eye. But I was angled a little bit towards shore so that if a wave came, I wouldn't have to take as much time to turn towards shore to catch it. So it smashed me really hard. It was about 6 feet tall, and that may not sound like a lot, but if you sit down and you look up at 6 feet, you imagine it's thousands of pounds of water just smashing you really fast. So it smacked my face, and I didn't even see it 10 feet out. I mean, it just smashed me like a sucker punch. So it drove me underwater. And before I started surfing, I wanted to make sure that I could hold my breath for a while. So I went to the pool where I live, and I took a big breath, and then I swam across the whole pool underwater. So I thought, I can hold my breath. Should be no problem. The problem with a surprise, getting sucker punched by a wave, is you haven't taken a big breath. So you're punched in the face, you're underwater, but your lungs aren't full of air. You could have just exhaled. So I feel like I'm deep underwater, and I'm not really sure which side is up. I'm so disoriented. If I swim one way, I could end up swimming towards the ground, and I could keep myself underwater for even longer. And at this point, when I realized I didn't know which way was up, that's when I started feeling a little bit panicked. To be honest with you, the first thing I felt a little embarrassed because I knew that there were people around me who saw me get smacked in the face, and I felt like a little bit of a noob because I wasn't really paying attention. So the embarrassment wore off in about half a second, and then I started thinking, wow, I'm really underwater, I don't have any breath, and I'm not sure which way is up. So I had to sort of problem solve, and I thought, well, which way should I swim? And about 5 or 10 seconds in, I started Usually when you're plowed underwater, you come up in 5 seconds or 10 seconds and then it's over. But the 10 seconds had gone by and that wasn't happening. I wasn't coming up for air. So at this point I started really getting sort of really scared, like I don't know what's going to happen here. I am not able to breathe and I really don't know how long that's going to go on for. And I thought I'm probably going to survive this, but I also wasn't totally sure because it wasn't ending. It wasn't getting over. Finally, I tried to grab the leash on my foot and just follow the rope, follow the leash up to the surface. Now the problem with that is I knew that when I get to the surface, I wanted to take a deep breath. The problem is you might have a second wave coming to smash you just as you get to the surface. So you could get to the surface and breathe in, and just at that moment you could get smashed by another huge wave. And that's when you really get in trouble because you could be sucking in water and you could drown. So that's just my latest misadventure in surfing or learning to surf. And I wanted to tie it into a little mini talk for anyone who's interested about what's going on in our greater world around us. This was when trials come. A lot of times you don't have a 6-month warning. A lot of times you're just smacked out of nowhere. And a lot of times it puts you in chaos and you don't know when the chaos is going to end. Like nobody said, I didn't even know a month before COVID hit that we were going to have this big thing. I just thought it was going to be like SARS and it was going to be over in a week. We were stuck in Kenya and we didn't know if we were going to get out. At that point, I was more scared of the people being scared of COVID than I was of the actual disease. I thought people may shut down the airlines. We may not be able to get home to America. So when trials come to you, it may be unexpected and you may not be prepared for it. But one thing I want to tell you today as a word of encouragement is that trials always end. And that trial for me, my little mini surfing trial, ended and had a happy ending. And it felt like at the last second, like it could last forever, but then finally I broke the surface and I took a big gasp of air and everything was fine. Now another little life lesson from my surfing story is that you have to pay attention. It's very easy to get distracted. 3 minutes with no waves is very, very boring. Like if you try it for yourself, try sitting somewhere for 3 minutes with nothing happening. It's very, very boring. So when 3 minutes went by, I just kind of thought, oh, what's going on? I got a rash. I guess I'll just play with it a little bit. And I was just thinking about it. Smack, I just got sucker punched. Now everybody knows the waves are coming, and everybody knows that the waves don't stop. So I had every reason to know that a wave was coming, but I just got kind of distracted. And I want to remind everyone today to make your life about Jesus. Don't get distracted by all the stuff that's going on in life. Make your life about Jesus and make your day about Jesus. And one of the ways you can do that is by listening to the Bible 15 minutes a day when you're driving in your car, or when you're brushing your teeth, or when you're taking a walk, or when you're doing anything you have to do, like washing dishes, etc. Anytime you have a boring task that's not really very interesting, pop in an earplug and listen to the Bible for 15 minutes. And finally, I'd like to encourage people to watch Bible movies for entertainment. There's lots of great ones on YouTube. There's lots of great one on Amazon Prime. And there's some good stuff on Netflix. So that's my word for today, my word of encouragement. If anyone would like to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, you can DM me and we can talk about it. All right? God bless you and have a great day.